And I don't see it. I don't see anything that's going to change that.
Agreed. The up-and-coming threat to the Buffalo Bills in the AFC East Division, the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins, obviously, with Tua Tagovailoa going into his second year, they went with the number 6 pick, giving Jaylen Waddle to Tua Tagovailoa, reuniting those two from Alabama, and I think that was no doubt their best pick in the draft.
I love the Jaylen Waddle pick, but I think they said Penny so wrong.
Yeah.
I think that would have been the best way to help. And just think about this. All right, so you picked at 6. You had another pick at 18. Just take the journey with me. Let's say you take Sewell at 6. At 18, you could have had Elijah Moore, who's now in the same division with you. You could have had Rashad Bateman, who could have played on the outside. You could have had a series of wide receivers, but there's not a lineman here.
Yeah.
You took Liam Eichenberg in the
Second
10th pick in the second round. And he's going to play right tackle, which means you're committed to Austin Jackson at left. So you slide Hunt into the inside.
Yeah.
Which way do you like this team better? With Penny Sewell as the left tackle and Elijah Moore as that slot guy that Jaylen Waddle's going to be? Or with Jaylen Waddle as the slot guy and Liam Eichenberg played on the right side and Austin Jackson on the left side?
And that's the thing. The packaging of the 2 picks that you could have got instead of doing what you've done are going to be something that people are going to talk about, and we immediately talked about with the Bengals, and we're going to talk about that more when we get to it.
Right.
Bengals fans, don't worry. I have not forgotten you, and I'm coming.
Yeah. As much as I loved Hunter Long coming out in this draft, I just didn't see. They have Mike Gesicki, and I get you can't have too many of one.
But they're the same guy.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I don't understand how you're going to play them together because neither one of them can block. I mean, Hunter Long's fine. He's not I don't know where this narrative that he was a great blocker came along. That's not fucking true. Like, at the end of the day, it's just not true. And I love the guy. He was on the Chase Claypool team, the 6 to midnight team. I mean, I love this guy. I don't love him here. I don't love this fit. I don't know how you're going to play these two guys together. People were talking about 2 tight end sets. Cool. Cool story, bro. Tell it again. I don't know how you're going to run with those 2 guys playing tight end. And then I look at the mixture of Liam Eichenberg and Austin Jackson, and now I'm just looking at it going, you're not going to be a good running team ever. Like, there is nothing that's going to change that. And he didn't have a running back.
Yeah,
that's the one thing.
I would rather they took Javonte Williams at 18.
Yeah.
And trust me, coming from me, a guy that says never take a running back in the first round, only take special guys in the second round. I mean, the Jets got Michael Carter with the 2nd pick of day 3.
Yeah.
They now have a better running back than the Miami Dolphins have on the roster.
Yeah.
And it's a guy. Why? I guess that's my question. Why would you not take somebody like Michael Carter instead of Hunter Long? You have got to have a running back. You don't have one. And so now what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What do you do now?
That was the.
It's Myles Gaskin?
That was
okay.
the most
Good luck with
glaring thing coming out of the draft was Miami not taking a running back when it was a 100% position of need going into the draft. I mean, Myles Gaskin did things, but we talked about this during the draft, how he's more, I see Myles Gaskin being more of that third down back that can, catch balls out of the backfield. He did a really good job. And he's just not a really good in between the tackles runner. That's someone that you're going to need with Tua Tagovailoa to help out his progress. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm trying to pull up their actual depth charts.
I've got it.
After Myles Gaskin, I don't know who they got.
Malcolm Brown. It's Malcolm Brown. That's it.
Yeah.
So you're going to be one of the worst rushing teams in the league with a quarterback that I think is slightly limited. Now you've got weapons for him, and that's great. I just feel like with the haul you got from Houston in the Laramie Tunsil deal, you should be more talented than you are. I shouldn't be looking at this team going, well, that's a hole.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hole. Well, that's a hole. Jalen Phillips, that's a risky pick. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Jalen Phillips was almost the riskiest pick because this is a guy that could take one more concussion and he might be done.
Yeah.
And you took him at 18 and you had glaring deficiencies that you could have filled there. I just don't love what the Dolphins did. Now, that being said, I do love that they added a shitload of talent.
Yeah.
This team is now super talented. I It's almost like stringing a crime scene, trying to figure out where the bullet came from. I feel like I can do that with the Dolphins backwards. Make 5 different picks, and I greatly like where this team's sitting better that way than the way it is.
Jalen Phillips should have been, in my opinion, the riskiest pick for them, taking him in the first round because of the injury issues. However, I also feel like it was, after Jaylen Waddle, their pick that has the highest ceiling.
Oh, I mean, he was the best pass rusher in this class. Mm-hmm. I mean, the talent, the reason he wasn't the riskiest pick is because as long as he can stay on the field, I don't see any way that pick's not going to be good.
Right.
Hunter Long, I see a path where that pick's not good. I see a path where you're going to end up having to trade either Mike Gesicki or Hunter Long because you cannot play them together. And I don't get it. I don't get it. If you wanted a tight end that bad, why'd you not take Pat Freiermuth? He's a better blocker. Mm-hmm. Straight up. I don't like him as much as Hunter Long, value-wise. But I would have at least liked it a little better. Or waited on Brevin Jordan, who fell forever.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I just don't get it. That pick did not make any sense to me.
They might be the worst running team in the NFL right now.
There's no maybe. They will be.
But they are the second best team in this division, no doubt.
I think this division is so much closer than you do. I've just literally going through the 4 teams, and we're not even to the best team. We haven't even done the best team in the AFC East yet. I think 2, 3, and 4 are way closer than you do.
Yeah. And I think with the Jalen Phillips pick, I would have to believe that they did their homework on the medical part of that.
Well, it's just the thing that makes them look worse is that so many of these medical red flag guys fell.
Yeah.
Jabril Cox.
Yep.
What was the one knock on him?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of an injury history.
Yep.
And he fell to the end of the world. Yeah. So you're telling me that Jalen Phillips wouldn't have fallen to the second pick or 4th pick of round 2?
Right.
I don't buy it.
It would seem that the way that the draft was going with some of these guys, but it was a little early to get into that narrative. But it seemed like it was someone they maybe could have gotten a little bit later with that pick that they had, where they picked Jevon Holland with the 4th pick of the 2nd round. I kind of believe that Jalen Phillips might have been there, if not someone. I mean, the Giants ended up picking Azeez Ojulari like 2 picks later. Mm-hmm. So it's not like there wasn't an end of value at that pick where maybe you could have gotten even someone of like another tackle or somebody else at that position at 18. So that was it was a little weird, but again, we've just said it. These guys are talented, and they could be really, really good.
I think overall Chris Grier's done a hell of a job putting a team together here that Brian Flores can win with. I like the fact that they are kind of instituting this Patriot way down in Miami. Just play really strong defense, make some plays. Of course, it's all going to hinge on Tua Tagovailoa. The Buffalo Bills were the champions of